race,
equality,
human rights network.
Hi, my name is Marie Oldham and I'm the CEO of AMA Birth Companions. We came along today, it's the first of these meetings that we've been to, and it's been really fascinating to hear from other organisations around some of the progress that's happening and some of the challenges that we're all facing in the work that we do. We will definitely be along to more of these meetings, and we hope that progress can be made, because it's really important that things change, and it's been inspiring to really hear the efforts that are taking place within the third sector. Clearly a lot more needs to be done, so we'll look forward to working with the organisations a lot more in the future.
Hey, I'm Francesca Malila. I'm the Human Rights and Race Equality Officer at CERD Scotland. Coming along today, I was really excited to have some important conversations with other organisations doing similar work on anti-racism and human rights in Scotland. It was really great to have some really frank conversations about the state of the country at the moment, and to be really honest with each other, and then to also have a bit of hope from each other about what we can do going forward. I think the Convention on the Elimination of Racial Discrimination, the concluding observations, can be really, really helpful for us to kind of spotlight certain key issues in Scotland and what we can expect from the Scottish Government. And hopefully this will be a way for us to put pressure on the government to release some kind of action plan and to be really transparent and clear about what steps they intend to take forward, so that we can then support in whatever way we can, and also make sure that there's accountability that those things are happening.
Hi folks, my name is Jamie Spurway. I represent Interface Scotland, who I work for 1 day a week, and I'm also an EDI and an anti-racism trainer. And I came today, I guess, with an expectation that I was going to be meeting people who share my sense of horror about what's happening in the world generally, but what's specifically happening in Scotland just now. And I found it really helpful to come together to share a sense of solidarity, which I think is really crucial at this time. And a lot of what we focused on was about sort of both learning the lessons of the past, in terms of the same patterns are coming up again and again. We humans seem to keep falling into the same traps. But I think there was also elements about what we can learn from the past in terms of how do we actually come together, support solidarity, tackle this level, this tide of misinformation that's flowing at the moment from the far right, and actually be more effective in our ambitions together.
My name is Dr. Harriet Campbell, representing the African and Caribbean Women Association and also African and Caribbean Elders in Scotland. Coming here today, I was just trying to recall the previous meetings that have been, and to see progress, to care about the progress. But for me, coming as well, for all what's happening at the moment, I'm really, really sad about the whole thing, because I think about it, I say we are all human beings. And for some people, the way and manner they are going about it, it's really sad. And what next? Instead of us sort of progressing in all what we've been working on, it seems as if we are sort of going backwards. And I keep saying that I'm so afraid, and especially for my children and grandchildren, and everyone actually, because we are all human beings. And I keep saying people should be taught the history. And I think that will help them to understand why people are moving from one place to the other.
Good afternoon, my name's Danny Boyle and I am the Executive Director for BEMIS Scotland. BEMIS were delighted to host the Race Equality and Human Rights Network Scotland today, alongside the Scottish Human Rights Chairperson, Professor Angela O'Hagan. And today's meeting was reflecting on 1 year on from the Committee on the Elimination of Racial Discrimination's recommendations which pertain to Scotland. So it was really important. It's always incredibly important to keep CERD rights and anti-racism and racial discrimination on the agenda as we pursue economic, social and cultural rights for communities across Scotland. But particularly in this present circumstances, it was very important for us today to bring communities together who are facing the brunt of the ongoing political rhetoric, which reflects an anti-immigration sentiment which manifests routinely in communities and people we work with of direct experiences of racial discrimination. So today had a short to medium longer term objective to ensure that CERD recommendations are incorporated into Scottish Government policy and we move forward, but probably most importantly to reiterate to our members and our wider groups and society that we continue to stand resolutely against racial discrimination in Scotland and in solidarity with each other.